One more thing to the south, it looks like. What's hiding past the baddies? Ooh. Now remember, everyone, don't whistle. Your Majesty, a she-dwarf hides in this mine. According to Gabar, her name is Stanka Moran, a renegade and thief sought by every clan. We could dispatch a few guards, but if we let her go, she's promised to show us where to find buried treasure of extraordinary value. What shall we do? A renegade and thief sought by every clan. Well, we already work with a thief. That's not really a big surprise. I agree to her terms, freedom in exchange for riches. It's like we caught the leprechaun at the end of the rainbow. In front of some deserted building. I hope these are required to be ahead of us, not behind us, because it would suck to go way back. I'm a little worried. Have I missed the minecart one? I don't know. I'm not sure. Because I haven't been super on track. I have it in the back of my head though, like I'm thinking about it. But I might have messed up and walked past it while dealing with other things. I just want that armor upgrade for my army. It seems really good.
Meve rode on in silence, endeavoring to work out the length of her exile thus far. A scout's call tore her from her reverie.
Your Grace! You must see this!
With a grave mien, the soldier indicated a track in the snow. The hobnail boot print was all too familiar. Meve had seen it before, upon Lyria's sandy tracks, and midst the ashes to which Edirn had been turned.
Nilfgaardian footmen.
Seethed Meve.
Marched through of late.
Interrupted Gascon.
A day, perhaps 2 days past.
The scouts had learned a Nilfgaardian caravan with an armed escort had recently arrived in Mahakam. The invaders had brought with them chests brimming with gold and jewels, then exchanged these for the finest Mahakaman-forged swords and spears. A scout gave Meve one of the coins the Blackclads had used for payment. Upon the coin's back, the Lyrian eagle.
They pay with gold from my vault.
The Queen said through gritted teeth.
For arms that will cut down my fighting men and subjects.
We might yet pursue and hunt them down,
said Reynard, a spark in his eye.
and make certain Eddahi never lays hands on those weapons.
You might, I can.
Piped up Gabor, who had been listening to their exchange.
But you might also recall, we Mahakamans are neutrals who assure all guests within our borders safety. True, formally speaking, the Nilfgaardians have passed outside them, but attack him a stone's throw from our gates, and you'll see Brewer's rage come out his ears as steam, and out his arse as fire.
Oh boy. All guests within our borders, safety. Formally speaking, the Nilfgaardians have passed outside them. Not a fan. I've just done so many things that are jeopardizing this mission that this might be the one that I pass on. Just because it's gone bad so many times. Like I'm continually doing the thing that I should not want to do if I want these people to ultimately be on my side. And it's just a negative, unfortunately. There's no upside. Unfortunately, like, letting this happen, I don't think there's going to be, like, you got bonus points for letting them pass. It's just an opportunity to lose points, probably.
No war's outcome has been swayed by a few wagons of arms, no matter their quality.
said the Queen, vaulting into her saddle.
Yet if we turn Bruver against us, I dare say we shall never wrest our land from black-clad hands.
The Queen's men regretted her reluctance to attack, but none tried to dissuade her. They knew her too well.
We're gonna lose morale? Is that coin flipping? No, it stayed at neutral. Okay. I thought that'd be an example of where it'd go worse. Also, part of me it just knows, oh, I missed out on playing a level. I like playing levels, but you know, I don't want to completely fail this mission. And I feel like I'm on my way to doing that. Remember, lads and lassies, watch your beard with herbal rinse before and after every shift. If you pass a snail en route to the mine, share a wee bite with him. If a hare, dove, or thrush crosses your path, stop where you are and never, ever whistle in the mine. Hoo-hoo-ha. Seriously, why is... whistling in a mine is a death penalty, what the fuck? I see a break here in the track, so I'm like trying to ascertain whether or not it's one of those, but I don't think it's the thing I'm looking for. Ah. Going right is the dead end, so let's go there. Don't want to miss any surprises. Oh. Manster. Specters of the past. Oh, it's one of those. It's the cool Hellhound design. Those guys are freaky. While the human kingdoms are mere hundreds of years old, the chronicles of Mahakam stretch back millennia. Over its long history, the mountainous region has been home to many great discoveries, heroic deeds, and terrible crimes. The dwarves, however, preferred to keep silent about past conflicts, instead emphasizing brotherhood above all else. Yet, the stain of shed blood on alabaster snow is difficult to truly forgive and forget, and its continued memory attracts beasts that thrive on injustice and suffering. Kill the beast. Alright. Kill the beast. They have 31 power. That's what you mean when you say kill the beast, is the one that's literally called beast, because there's a bunch of bar guests. A cruel deed set loose a curse it has. The hounds are howling. Turn to demons they have. There's 4 4s. The beast. Every turn on turn start, spawn 4 bar guests with 4 power. If there is a bar guest on the battlefield, gain immune. Huh. Okay. The beast rushed at them wildly with fury in its eyes, immune to pain and any strikes the defenders could land. Nothing stood to stop it. So he's immune to me attacking him as long as there are bar guests on the field. And he spawns 4 at 4 power. So you need to have a multi-target ability to kill all of them in one turn and then attack him. What in the world? I don't have Meve's ability, so I can't just attack them directly. Epidemic. Destroy the lowest units. Epidemics respect no persons, no borders. Got 2 of those. An alchemist. Set up units power to the one on the left. Damage unit by 4. If it was destroyed, repeat this ability. So I could attack you, then you, then you, then you, then you, and you'd be at 11. That'd be a start. Damage an enemy by 3. Charges 2. Whenever an ally is destroyed, gain 1 charge. Whenever an ally is destroyed? When are allies going to be destroyed in this fight? Oh. Damage unit by 4, and if it was destroyed, repeat this ability. That includes these guys, which are 4s. So I can kill both of them with my sapper, and this guy will gain 2 charges for attacking the enemy. Okay. He starts off with 2 charges, and I gain 2 more. So it's 6, then 12. That's 12 damage. So I don't think the alchemist is going to be useful to me for its actual effect. It's just the fact that he has that ability. I'm going to want to play you first, then the alchemist. And then I'll probably use the sapper to attack all 4 of these guys, then both of my alchemists, leaving this guy with 4 charges to attack for a total of 12 damage. Then the final target of the sapper will be this guy for 4 damage. Take him down to 11, then you fire with the sapper. I don't think I'm going to use the epidemic. Ah. These guys are 4, those guys are 4. The epidemic is another chance to get these charges built up. Basically. Let's give it a go. Wow, he summons a lot of them, huh? I didn't really think about that. I thought that he would stop. I thought he would just resummon them if they died, but he's going to continually summon more. It's a bit silly.
There's been a mistake. I'm no mage.
Wow, he's going for it. Okay.
Greetings. What is it?
All right, so they're summoned. Let's see if this plan works how I think it will.
Gonna need
3 buckets of nails and a tub full of pegs.
Just gonna keep going. I just got an achievement, probably because I've, killed 9 enemies simultaneously. Yeah, more than that. So here's the moment of truth. Does this work how I think it does? Whenever an ally is destroyed, gain 1 charge. Maybe it just hasn't applied yet? No. He's immune? Shit. That's a problem. I thought he would lose immune. Shit. I have to attack? Can I attack myself? No. Well, that fucks everything up. There's a Barghest on the battlefield, gain immune. When does it go away? Yeah, that's when. I'm thinking that much like how that happened to him, where it took until after the action was over to apply him losing immune, that's probably how long it was going to take for it to apply my other guy gaining his 2 charges. What do I need to do differently? The sapper's a problem because you have to keep going. You can't stop attacking. He won't stop attacking till he hits anything that won't die in 1 hit. which is all of my other units. All of my units are weak enough that I'll wipe them out with this, with the sapper. And it doesn't remove his immune until that his action is over, which is kind of stupid. That's really nitty gritty logistical stuff that like isn't. If you wrote the rules out of this game, it's probably not in the rules. It's like a technicality on the way the game happens to implement the mechanics, which is frustrating. But if I play Epidemic, that doesn't solve the problem for me either. Whenever an ally is destroyed, gain 1 charge. I guess the issue is, does he have to be played already for that to happen? Let's find out. It's easier to test it than to question it, after all.
What is it? If anyone asks, you've not seen me.
Stop your yapping and start digging.
What happens when I can't pick anybody else to target? Does it just stop? It does. So he did not gain charge. Ooh. Why are they on his left now? Isn't that interesting? Why did that happen? Why is that happening? So he does not gain charges from the hand. Some characters do, so it's worth checking. We're fine. I accidentally clicked out of the window. Alright, so try again. That's not how that mechanic works. Okay. I thought he only summoned things on his right. Apparently he's RNG. He'll summon people on the other row. He'll summon people here and there. Cannot be manually targeted. So yeah, it doesn't solve the alchemist problem. I can't manually target him, so I can't make him as strong as one of his Barghest and then just AoE them all down with multiple steps or something. Damn it. I was wondering if he worked the way that Ek and other characters do, because if he did, then I'd get the charges from killing these guys, then play him, and then the next turn I would use Epidemic to wipe out his Barghest. That wouldn't work either. Never mind, because the Epidemic would just kill my Onager. That's its own other problem, isn't it? My Epidemic will default to killing my problem solver. Yeah. That's kind of a mess. So I think I've fallen for a red herring, huh? Because as I said, you're gonna get killed by the plague. So that's a problem. So I need to make you stronger. The only way to make you stronger, the only option in the entire game is the sapper. So let's ignore the sapper's ability. I mean, I can't. I have to do this part, but we're basically ignoring the sapper's ability using him first. There we go. Setting its power equal to the unit on its left. So let's set you to the right. So now if I use the alchemist on that unit, he'll be stronger than all of the Barghests. Then when I use the epidemic, it should kill both of the alchemists and all the Barghests, allowing us to attack directly. Will that be enough? I don't know if that'll work. Let's find out.
If anyone asks, you've not seen me.
I do not want to boost him because then he won't die. And that would be bad. We're just gonna throw it away. But this should kill everyone who's a 4. That was a big one. Like I'm still doing it wrong, huh? Damage an enemy by 3. Charges 2. I have 4 charges. That's 12 damage. Oh, cannot be manually targeted, but this just does kill the lowest unit. We'll see if it works, I guess. Only one way to know. Is this a technicality that I get to win on? Because he's now weaker than his Bargas. Yep. I didn't think that would work. I feel like the game screwed me before on a similar thing, but I guess not. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, he's not manually targeted, I guess. Is this the one we just saw on the other page? Woo! Oh, for the other game. Caltulus Regeneration. But you're for the other game. I always have the reflexive reaction of like, oh god, I get to have a cool, crazy card, and then remember the reality of the situation. I'm really worried that I might have missed the chest for that's supposed to be on the broken rail. The part where the track stops, then starts again. Ah, it's always gold. Wood, please. And the next one's gonna be like, what, 4,000? How am I ever gonna get there? Should I trade? The ratio sucks. Like a 4-to-1 ratio is brutal. But I have a discrepancy of 13,000 versus 2,000. It's so significant. I just cower at the fact that like this is a permanent. If I do this wrong, I'm essentially permanently damaging my campaign. But yeah, everything pretty much always requires more gold than wood. Or it requires equal-ish. Yeah. That's 8,000 to 1,000. I don't think I want to throw away the gold. I have this one goal that admittedly soaks up a bunch of wood, but a lot of these other things require so much more gold than wood that the discrepancy does kind of make sense. We'll see. It's clearly trading at a loss when I could just wait a little longer and get the resources I need at the next landmark or whatever.
We shan't pass this way.
Oh, Raynard, whatever would we do without you? Plummet off the cliff like lemmings, no doubt.
The Witcher universe believes in the urban legend created by the Disney Corporation about lemmings jumping off of cliffs stupidly. That's a lot to process. What does that even mean? That's a sight. That is a sight.
Meve squinted and gazed off into the distance. It seemed to her that hundreds of black patches covered the peaks on the horizon. Once she had ridden up closer, she realized these were the windows of homes carved out of solid rock.
Our pride this was,
Sighed Gabor.
Boro's Rump. A city carved out of mountain rock. Hundreds of miles of tunnels, dozens of steelworks, smithies and forges. Now, it's a vast lair to monsters. They ooze from underground, weave their nests, hatch their young, and when hunger hits them in the gut, they prowl down into the pass.
Meve stood at the entrance to the underground city. The monumental gate, cast in bronze, lay on the ground, folded multiple times as a scroll of paper. Out of blackened windows oozed a stench of rotting meat and mold. The queen bent an ear to hear water dripping, and, in the distance, a metallic scraping. A sound akin to chitinous scales rubbing against rock.
The soldiers await your order, your grace,
said Reynard quietly, as if he feared he would wake the beasts asleep in the caverns.
Do you recall my words as we fled Lyria?
Said Meve, turning to Reynard.
You swore you would retake your crown, even if you had to penetrate hell to do so.
Time to follow that oath.
The queen inhaled deeply and stepped forward, her sword raised and prepared to strike or parry. Moments later, it was swinging, fighting, as the current tenants of Boro's Rump came out to meet her.
Story battle. And 1 round, okay. Boro's Rump. Once upon a time, the Fuchs clan mined Boro's Rump for iron ore. When the Rump's last veiny deposit was extracted, the dwarves, with their hallmark pragmatism, repurposed the spent shafts into living quarters. Little did they know that their innovative little housing project would soon shelter an unanticipated class of tenants. Optional, destroy the monster nest. That shrieking hoarse vocal element of that soundtrack. Alright, let's look what they have. Burly Shalmar. Every turn on turn start, destroy the lowest ally and boost a random ally by its power. Ooh, consolidation. Slizzard Nest. Every 3 turns on turn start, spawn a Slizzard. Shit. Damage self by 10 whenever a Slizzard is destroyed. Those are the ones that have the death rattle, though. But that's the way to kill the nest, is by just killing every Slizzard every turn. It's only every 3 turns, though. I guess there will probably be Slizzards that are played. Damn, the filth's overrun us. We need a Witcher, or there's no living here. That'll be interesting. He's a boss. Destroy the lowest ally and boost a random ally by its power. So he's never going to destroy the Slizzard nest because it's so powerful. So ideally, I need to kill 7 Slizzards basically. Well, honestly, I can attack it directly, like this thing. Anything that doesn't say restraint can be used against it. So I can't alchemist it. Right, let's see. Harpy, oh yeah, harpy eggs, standard. Okay. This will be a good card to have. It's one of those ones where I'm committing to a very long round, so having a Lyrian cavalry, I'm gonna be able to summon all of them probably. I can apply fire to the nest row, that'd be good. I'm not going to get much use out of the crushing trap. Probably not the pitfall trap either. Although damaging everything they ever play in that row would be handy. It's probably too many alchemists. Maybe a slinger. Okay, that's overindulgence in slingers. Can I have anyone who summons? I don't have a single drummer. Bomber means I can burn both their rows. 2 burning rows and a pitfall row is not the worst. This guy might summon a summoner. He might summon a drummer if I'm lucky. There we go. We have a drummer. 1 drummer. Do I risk it?
Oh, this stench is foul.
I'd like to make it known that us gnomes don't run so fast. You know, in case you were planning to skip out on the quick.
Okay. Probably want to start the loyalty pattern, right? Start it early. So who should go to the top of the deck for summons? I don't need more bombers. A Grey Rider could be good for just buffing everyone constantly. Xavier can lead to more summons. I probably want him. Let the drummers get more calls. Let's start with Xavier. Hope this works out. Gotta remember that destroying the nest is optional.
Place is about to swarm with creepers.
Yeah, he attacks he always devours the weakest one, but they're usually just gonna be harpy eggs, unfortunately.
You mad? Don't say that.
Start applying our fire.
This could hurt.
Gonna have a lot of harpies. If he fills the entire screen with harpies, though, he's not really gonna have a lot of power to use. Or so is my hope. I don't know, just constant damage to all of his units is somewhat appealing. They're going to be losing units with some frequency here. It's a lot of fire and spikes, and they keep summoning them on the spike row. It really invalidates the amount of damage they can put out. Yeah, sure, the egg gets destroyed immediately, but then they just summon a 1-power harpy, basically. Not the strongest move. I need to start with the drummer, probably. Should put him on his own row. He's not very strong, so I kind of want to put him on his own row so he's not affected by that claw attack they were using before. Oh, the death rattle's gonna be a problem. Shit. Those death rattles are so strong. I need to get busy with the summoning before I just lose those characters. All right. Hey, Knickers. I can pick who's on top again. Odo's not a bad call. The problem with Odo is it's for people with depleted charge. It'll get me one more use of the drummer, but it won't get me... I think Xavier won't get the +1 because he's not depleted yet. Whereas I could give them both to the drummer, but then the drummer will... Yeah, I don't think I can use it to its fullest effect. But an Odo's better than not an Odo, right? So goes my logic, I guess. Here comes Odo. Wait, oh, Odo's a blitz card. I wasn't actually thinking about that.
Her Majesty knows what she's doing.
Hey, another drummer.
Left, right, left.
So I've got that going for me, at least. I'm gonna have so many units just this one turn. Okay. A slinger. This should cause a lot of damage. There we go. Those are now they're all dead. Ooh. If she survives. I don't have faith in that. I don't have faith in her surviving. Oh, I should have played her next to Odo, because then I could have buffed her up to 14 and she would have lived. But instead I'm stupid and didn't do that. Because I'm stupid. Good job, me. Blah. I could have done the smart thing and instead I didn't. I can try to give her a chance. Hopefully. That's a lot of power. Like this is, let's just try to keep that. I'm currently winning numerically. Not so much at the whole goal of trying to defeat their leader. But still. Boom. Now I'm winning even more. A slinger again.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
Supposed to be targeting these lizards. But I'm gonna take some damage here. Yep, someone's bound to die. He just lost 30 though. That's the goal. Yes. 16. We're getting there. I mean, I'm pretty definitely winning now. It's just that I wanted to also destroy the nest because, you know, completionism or whatever. Can't use my alchemy against them, but this guy will gain 9. Gain 4. That's about it, right? That's the strongest variation I have.
Greetings. What is it?
I'm looking at these backwards again. God, how do I mix that up so often? You can gain 6. Gain 3, gain 6. Oh, gain 7. That's the best one. You can also gain 7. Current boost amount 57? Damn. Wow. Wow. If I can give her an order, then we're set. But I don't think I can. I don't think I have any remaining mechanics that would lead to that. But we'll see if a surprise comes up when I use the Royal Decree. I mean, if they're going to do that often, I should just give them the war wagon. Give them some units that they can attack that they really shouldn't. Play 2 blitz units from your deck. You're not a blitz unit. I mean, let's just use it, because I might as well. You can deal large damage, preferably to their nest. You can use trinkets. I think I'd go with an Arbalist. Additional summoning. 1, 2, 3. That's a 9. Yeah, they're at 7 units. I can only fit 2 units, so getting more summoners is pointless. Let's get an Arbalist. Now he's on top. Oh, not until next turn? Right. Before I summon, we should maximize the power of the Arbalist. These are both at 7. Let's make them both 8, so they both have space for 1 card. Oh, they're both Arbalists? That's amazing. So, 9 damage.
Give me a time.
9 damage. Wow, that's agony. Oh, if I had attacked the lizard, it would have done 10 damage to him. Ah, you idiot. I have to pass now. They'll hopefully play their last card, which means their turn will start, which means they'll have a 66% chance of dying to the fire. Except they're gonna eat the thing, huh? Yeah. Shit. Oh, but killing this lizard killed him anyway.
Follow me!
Haha! Yep. The weakest unit was this lizard, so it died, and then he took 10 damage.
Though wounded, Meve approached the Sheolar, which lay writhing on the ground. She then ran her sword through its heart, finishing it. Yet so spent was she that she lacked the strength to pull her blade from between the plates of the chitinous armor.
The beast near took me.
She whispered.
It was very close.
Wolf's Bane.
The Lyrians reached a vast hall that had once served the clans as their meeting room. The stone benches were covered in sticky slime and insectoid eggs, while bats of varying size hung from the crystal chandeliers. Gascon rummaged through old, weathered bones, surely hoping to find something of value. Gabor, in turn, was at a shut and locked door, grappling with it as if it were a deadly beast. The door finally gave way with a sigh, and the dwarf raised his arms in a triumphant gesture.
It's a storeroom. Should hold miner's tools aplenty,
he said, enthused.
Some barrels of alchemical brews in here too. Lucky there's no sign of moisture. They haven't soaked through. All we've got to do is roll them out into the corridor and set a bit of fire to them. And whoomph! We'll have sealed the beasts off from the pass once and for all.
Meve treated the dwarves' instructions as hallowed. Soon after, the mountains trembled from a powerful explosion. Rubble came down and blocked the tunnels. They say the plumes of smoke escaping the window openings in the rock could be seen as far as Aldersburg.
I'm a little surprised that was only one fight. Ooh. 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 Yes. That is what you hope for. Singed parchment. From Boro's Rump. Gates barricaded. The blasted arsewipes from fire outside the window. Monsters everywhere. No way out. If anyone reads this, the Elder-in-Chief, he's got to be told. Oh, they know by now. Unfortunate. Wolf's Bane. Huh? Huh. Draw 2 units and set their power to 1. Also known as the Queen of Poisons, Wolfsbane is used in many Witcher potions and alchemic brews. Huh. Draw 2 units. Am I crazy, or are they saying draw 2 units into my hand? I'm trying to think of what the... I think Rayla's card said pick or choose, not draw. So it's not that I don't get to have 2 cards that of any kind. Like, I don't get to choose the cards. I'll just draw the top 2 cards from my deck, and their power will be 1. Which means if they have a cool effect, like a deploy effect, then they're useful. But if they just have like an order or something, or they're power based, then they're just going to be ruined by having their power set to 1. Huh. When I was thinking of it in terms of being able to pick the card, I considered it for a moment, but I don't think I will get to pick the card. So it's a little hard to justify the cost of them being reduced so significantly in power. Not just because it doesn't help me at winning, but more specifically, I'm worried that it also won't, the cards just won't survive. Like, draw these cards that have orders, and then they just die or something before you can even use them. I don't know, it could be interesting. If it's a trinket, it has no effect, obviously. And if it's somebody that has a deploy ability primarily, then it has some appeal. There's plenty of cards where it would be a mistake to have that happen. So, mixed feelings, I suppose. Like, a field medic is unharmed by that. In that, at least where its goal is concerned. And all the traps. And like a war wagon, sure the wagon's weakened, but still gets to deploy its dudes. But there's plenty of other ones, though, where like the whole point of them would be kind of be destroyed. I don't know. I'm not ready. I'm not sure if I'm ready to commit to that card. Let's do it. Everyone gets an armor. That's really useful. And that will be useful. It's also very far away. I don't know if I want to save all the way up to 4,000 wood right after that. I might want to invest elsewhere. I'll leave that decision for future me.